Hey guys, Ambience here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to beat Chaos 1 on Ultimate Custom Night. While the other preset groups typically have some sort of theme to them, the Chaos challenges do not. Well, technically they do, it's just that the theme is random bullshit go. Seriously, each of these challenges are completely different from each other, and the first on the list is an interesting one. While it might seem intimidating at first with tricky characters like Toy Freddy and the Puppet enabled, it's important to remember that most of the animatronics are on a lower difficulty setting, making them easier to manage. Real quick, before we get into it, you guys know that I usually don't like promoting things at the start of the video, I usually save it for the end, but this is for a pretty good cause. I'm going to be doing a 12-hour charity stream tomorrow starting at noon CST. It's going to be for the Samaritans, which is an awesome charity focused on mental health, and a lot of big names in the FNaF community are going to be there, such as DJ Sturf and Toy Bon Bon Games. Anyway, if you have any spare time on that day, please make sure to stop by. Even if you can't donate, it would be awesome to have more people supporting the stream. Hope to see you there. Back to the topic at hand here, Chaos 1 is a pretty easy challenge once you get used to it. At the start of the night, turn on the power gen, flip up the monitor, and place an audio lure right here in the duct system. After you've done that, go to Cam 8 and block off Mr. Hugs, then start flipping through the cameras and searching for coins. Toy Freddy is entirely dependent on RNG, and we want to eliminate that to have a consistent strategy. Once you get close to 13 seconds into the night, flip down the monitor until the 13.0 interval passes. The reason why we do this is to avoid Withered Bonnie and especially Rockstar Bonnie, who have a chance to spawn on every 13-second interval and can complicate a run. If you screw up, you'll have to throw on the mask until Withered Bonnie goes away, or search cams 1, 2, 6, and 8 for Rockstar Bonnie's guitar near the bottom left corner, both of which consume valuable time. Speaking of time, use the time that you have the monitor down, avoiding these intervals to get rid of the frettles that might be accumulating in your office, as Nightmare Freddy is always a dangerous possibility. Throughout this sequence, you'll also need to listen closely for sound cues at the doors. Make sure to use headphones for this because a lot of them are directional. If you hear a Ballora, shut the corresponding door until you hear a thud. If you hear deep laughter, shut the door it's coming from, wait for the thud, same deal. If it gets to 29 seconds and you hear loud banging, close the side vent on Scrap Trap. Once you manage to collect 10 coins, go to Cam 7, buy the Def Coin, and use it on Toy Freddy. If this takes a while, you may want to check if Mr. Hugs has moved and block him off again once you get to around 20 seconds. Also, make sure to dodge the 26-second interval for the Bonnies. Once you complete the Def Coin sequence, the rest is pretty chill. Chaos 1 is really down to 3 basic skills, which are being able to pull off a relatively quick opening, knowing which GMB cycles you need to use, and having good reaction time. We'll talk about GMB cycles next. Once you get to the 40-second interval, you'll switch to the GMB and turn the fan off, and you'll do that for the next 20 seconds. It's really that simple. You use the power gen and fan for 2/3 of a minute, and the GMB for the other third. With the puppet only being on 5 AI, it's super lenient and allows you to do these really relaxed cycles. Music Man also shouldn't ever activate, but if he does, just switch off the power gen for a bit and wait until the GMB cycle. That should be enough to quiet him down. You'll spend the first 40 seconds of the night just like how you started it, with the power gen and fan both on. Once the ventilation starts failing, reset it as you please. This is one of the most chill challenges in terms of how to pull off a reset, since you just kinda flip the monitor and do it. As long as you avoid Rockstar Bonnie on those 13-second intervals, you're good to go. You don't need to close any doors or vents unless you're reacting to an animatronic that just appeared there. Speaking of which, a big part of this challenge is having decent reaction time. When the lights start flickering, it means you need to close something, fast. If it's music, close the door that it's coming from. Again, headphones are massively helpful for this, but you can also just close both doors at the same time. Once you hear a thud, you can open the door back up. You don't need to wait for Ballora's music to fade out, unlike Sister Location. If you hear a lot of loud noises, close the side vent as quickly as you can and wait for the thud there too. It's important not to panic here and just get good at reacting to Afton. A good way to do this is by learning some other key timings, which is what we'll talk about next. These are fundamentals for 50-20 and other high-level modes, so pay attention if you ever plan on attempting that. I've already mentioned that Withered Bonnie and Rockstar Bonnie both have a chance to spawn on every 13-second interval. For reference, here's every possible time that they can spawn. Avoid ever having the monitor loaded when these intervals happen. If you close it at 12.9 or open it at 13.1, you'll be fine, but never have it open on that even timing. If it's in the opening or closing animation, you're safe, but if the monitor is loaded and displaying an image, then you're in danger. This is your bread and butter for this challenge. You don't need to memorize every single one of these timings, but it's worth knowing the first few and especially the last one, since that's super close to when most players do the last cam flip. Other than that, just get a feel for it. Those are probably the most important intervals in UCN overall, but there's quite a few others on this run. I'm going to throw a bunch of stats at you, feel free to pause the video after each one and take some time to process them. Keep in mind that all of these timings are exactly on the dot. Some of these are only true if the animatronic is on 20 AI as well. Ballora has a chance to spawn every 14 seconds and will kill you 2.8 seconds after spawning if not blocked off. Scrap Trap has a chance to appear every 29 seconds and will kill you 1.1 seconds after spawning if not blocked off. He can also only attack once per night. Watching Cam 8 while Toy Freddy is still there every 10.0 interval will prevent Mr. Hugs from moving, stalling him out. Once he does escape, Toy Freddy has a 10% chance to attack on every 0.0 or 0.5 interval if the monitor is up and loaded. Every 5 seconds, if the monitor is up, Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare both have a chance to spawn, and will attack 3.3 seconds after spawning. Unlike the others, however, they are office stallable, so you can wait them out as long as you need if you just close the doors on them before opening the monitor again. L-Chip's ads have a chance to appear every 10 seconds, and Funtime Chica has a chance to appear every 35 seconds. Rockstar Foxy's Parrot has a chance to appear every minute on the dot, and on 20 AI, he has a 1 in 3 chance of being friendly instead of killing you. Rockstar Freddy has a chance to activate every 30 seconds, and if he hits it, he'll wait until the next time you drop the monitor to do so. He can only activate once in that window too, so if you do a cam flip at 0.59 after paying him, he'll never activate, but if you do it after 101, he has a chance to. This can be carried over to the next interval as well, so let's say he activates at around 45 seconds, if you just wait 15 seconds until you get to 1 minute and then you pay him or overheat him, he won't be able to activate again until 1:30. When you use the heater to get him to malfunction instead of paying him, he has a 1 in 3 chance to deactivate every second. Most of this information is taken from sheer experience, as I don't have access to the code for UCN myself, so that's why I don't know the exact chance for a lot of these. But regardless, I'm confident that everything else is perfectly accurate. A lot of these timings can help quite a bit in Chaos 1, but I mainly just wanted a place to talk about these odds because they're extremely helpful to know for high-level modes such as 50-20. Anyway, it's not necessary to memorize every single one of these timings just to beat Chaos 1 or anything, so don't stress out about it. It'll come with time if you do plan on attempting harder modes. Lastly, a few other animatronics that I didn't talk about much may pop up from time to time, but they're all pretty easy to deal with. Keep the temperature below 90 for Jacko Chica, catch the fish quickly when OMC appears, skip L-Chip's ad, click Helpy, either pay Rockstar Freddy or use the heater on him when he activates, ignore both Trash in the Gang and Funtime Chica, and don't click the parrot. Well, that's all for now. Follow this strategy and you should be able to beat the 14th preset challenge. What did you think of this one? Is the variety of animatronics refreshing and did it help you broaden your skill set, or do you tend to prefer the challenges with a set theme? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you have any questions about this guide or anything else relating to FNaF, feel free to leave them in the comments below or to join my community Discord server. By joining the Discord server, you can get personalized tips on any FNaF game from myself, TruePlayer, Shooter25, and a bunch of other FNaF experts and content creators. It's a great community, and I highly recommend joining. Once again, thanks to my friend Hyper for making the thumbnail for this guide, and to Bonnie360 for helping out with the sick artwork and modeling on it. They're both incredible FNaF players in their own right, who are linked in the description and cards. Trust me, you should absolutely go check them out if you want some top-tier FNaF gameplay. Remember, big charity stream tomorrow at noon Central Time. Hope to see you there. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this guide. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one.